Hello everyone and welcome to Limit Media. My name is Nicholas Cartier and today I want to have a little discussion with you guys about Season 2 of Apex Legends. Now, I like playing Apex Legends. It's probably the most played game in my life right now, and that's crazy because I'm a kid that plays Pokemon all the time. And this is just a battle royale that literally I've fallen in love with. I enjoy it. It's good times for me. And I had a lot of good times with Season 1. Season 1 was pretty fire, I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I got all the challenges done, I got all the stuff, all the collectibles that I can get. And it makes me really, really happy that Season 2 is going to be starting soon. In fact, it's starting on July 2nd. Now, pretty much our discussion today is going to be about the Season 2 weapons update brought to you by Sean Slayback, the principal weapons director of Apex Legends at Respawn Studios. Now, this is pretty exciting because this is going to be one of the biggest updates that we have gotten for this game so far, and it's really neat for me to be in the midst of this kind of video game coverage with battle royale of it, like all things. I'm not usually I was never a big like Fortnite or like PUBG kid, and Apex just kind of took over something that I was missing inside of my heart, as corny as that sounds. And it's neat to see the constant updates that they're doing. I know Respawn Studios, they take care of their employees and they just make sure that everyone is having a good time, everyone has time to see their families and all that jazz. But first on our list, we're going to talk about the new L-Star weapon. Now, this season, they're going to be introducing the L-Star, which is a rare, powerful LMG. This weapon fires large, high-damage plasma projectiles at a fast cycle rate. The L-Star is joining the Mastiff and the Kraber in airdrop packages, and, quite frankly, is a beast. Or so they say. Now, a little Titanfall lore about this gun is that this gun is obviously like most of the guns in Titanfall, and I've heard a lot of people enjoy using that gun in Titanfall. This gun has also been on the main screen every time you boot up Apex Legends, so I thought that that was really, really neat that they put that little teaser in there. But more about the L-Star is its unique projectiles are much larger than those fired by any other weapon in Apex Legends, and the players playing this game need to pretty much they need to lead targets at more range to compensate for the L-Star's slower projectiles. But on the flip side, they don't have to aim quite as precisely to get good effect on the target. All this plasma-fueled power comes at the price. The L-Star will overheat. Now, best of my knowledge, this is the first gun in this game that is going to have that kind of mechanic inside of it. Pretty much the mechanic where, the gun's going to overheat if you just hold the trigger down. It's not a Spitfire, you're not going to be melting people like that. So what it's saying is that expert players are going to have to learn how to feather the trigger with short and medium bursts, taking breaks to let the weapon cool down. Now, the L-Star is only going to spawn in airdrops, so care packages, like the Mastiff and the Kraber, and it comes with a limited ammo supply, much like those two guns, that cannot be refilled. So when you have this gun, make the best of it, save it for when you're getting third-partied or fourth-partied, and just try and, melt some people. Now, pretty much what they're saying is they want people to get out there and hunt some airdrops and let us know what they think about their new high-tech addition to the armory. I think it's really cool. I know the only other new gun that we've gotten so far was the Havoc, and I enjoy using the Havoc every now and then. It's a pretty good gun. I have good times. Now, some of the new things that are going to be coming in this update are new hop-ups. This season, the Apex Legends development team wanted to bring up the low end of the power curve a little and increase situational viability with lesser used weapons and create more interplay between weapons. So they created a couple new hop-ups. The first one we're going to talk about is the Disruptor rounds. These are increased shielded damage. So pretty much like someone has a gold shield at you, and all you have is a alternator or RE45, which are the only two things compatible with these rounds. You're pretty much going to do more damage on a shield than you would with regular rounds, which I think is a pretty neat concept. I know with some of the balance patches that they did, they gave Caustic and Gibraltar the passive ability of Fortified, so they can take more damage. So it's really neat to see like some hop ups and some rounds that are going to allow you to do more damage in certain situations. That being said, the second hop up and round that they have are called the Hammer Point rounds, and these are the exact opposite as the Disruptor rounds. They're increased unshielded damage. So you're at the beginning of the game, right? You land and all you see is that Mozambique, and usually it's a give or take if you're going to pick it up or not. Some people want to, some people don't. I personally just like to have a gun on me. You know, it's nice to have them. Now, imagine this. You pick up that Mozambique, and right next to it are these hammer point rounds, and you put them inside of your gun. Then you see a giant meat shield walk in, and he's coming at you with fists of fury because he's hitting you for 30 damage a pop. And you just start shooting him with your Mozambique, and you kill him real fast. Another situation that you could use this in. Imagine that you're at the end of the game. You're at the end of the game, and you have your Spitfire, and you just melted someone's purple shield down, and you have your Mozambique. How insulting? How insulting is it to just be the last kill of the game, and they kill you with the Mozambique? It's depressing, and that's the kind of thing that I want to bring into people's lives. Pretty much, they want players to consider one of these weapons pretty much for weapon swap tactics, much like the examples that I said. And they say that they want people to unironically carry them into endgame situations, which, to be fair, sometimes I'll run with an alternator because I can't find a R99. It happens. Some of the new things that are also going to be coming in this update are new new attachments. So they're adding magazines for the energy weapons, which is really, really neat because we haven't had magazines. It's been a pretty steady clip size for the Devotion, Triple Take, and the Havoc. And they're going to be adding, this adds more loot into the gameplay, and it adds more of a power curve to these weapons because they've been, past couple updates, they've been pretty much buffing the energy weapons little bit by little bit, and they actually debuffed them on one of their updates, but that was a big mistake, and they fixed it very, very quickly. But pretty much what's going to be happening is these energy mags are going to increase your ammo capacity at all the levels, so it'll probably be, I'm not going to spitball numbers because I don't fucking know. But what it is going to do is it's going to release the reload time at level 2 and above. So when you're reloading your gun, it's going to take a little less time. That means that it's less time that you're not going to be shooting at people, because really what you want to do is just melt people. Now, they're talking about some of the things that they did buff, and I'll just read it for you. So they said that we buffed some of the less popular items and made them a little bit more powerful within their designed roles. Look out for buffs on the flatline, the P2020, the alternator, and the triple take, with the specific details outlined in the Season 2 patch notes when they come out. Now, this is something that I'm really excited for because there have been times when all I have is a P2020, and man, I feel like sometimes I just get a lot of kills with a P2020. It's one of the worst guns in the game. Arguably, could be the worst gun in the game. And I just have such a good time just like being really quick with the trigger finger, It's I don't know. It's just one of the little things in the game that I enjoy. Oh yeah, another thing that they're going to be buffing are the Arc Star. So they said since the launch, the Arc Star has seemed pretty spiky to us, To us, this means that the gameplay and the personality are good, but it can sometimes feel unfair to use or fight against. So they did a few targeting tweaks. They increased the ignition delay from 2.5 to 2.8, so it takes a little bit longer for this throwable to explode. But on the flip side, sticking a full player will also now down them. So, I mean, nerf it and buff it at the same time. I'm not really sure how to handle something like that. Another another thing that they did was they're adding more gold weapons. So right now for gold weapons we have the Wingman, the R301 I believe, the Peacekeeper, the Havoc, and then the legendary weapons. And if I'm missing a weapon inside the comment section below, let me know. But they're adding more gold weapons, so keep a lookout to see what they're making gold. So some of the things that they're also doing is they're messing with ammo stack size. So Apex players need to strike a fine line between loading their backpacks up with ammo and holding other items for emergency or utility purposes. In a couple cases, we felt that stack sizes weren't well balanced, so we tweaked them. Shotgun. So the shotgun max stat is reduced from 64 rounds to 16 rounds, so you'll need to... Pretty much shotgun ammo is going to take up more space in your bag, so you're not going to be able to run around with 300 anymore. Which is cool, because I'm not going to shoot someone 300 times with the Peacekeeper. I'll probably die before that. On the flip side, the energy ammo is it's increasing from 60 to 80, which is going to go real well with with magazines that they're coming out with them. I feel like it's a really, really good balance that they're going to be doing, and I'm excited to see what the meta is going to be turning into for Apex Legends. Now, they're also, in Season 2, they are tweaking the airdrop weapons. So airdrop packages will now use different loot tables for different phases in the game. Early, mid, late. For example, players will find more Krabers in the early and mid-game airdrops, while in the end-game airdrops, they'll find more Mastiffs. Which is, it's pretty cool, you know. I feel like what they've done with the Storm, it's caused more people to camp, and it's caused a little bit more sniper use than I'm used to seeing in this game. So it's going to be neat to see Krabers not spawning at the end of the game and just see a bunch of people running around with shotguns. That being said, they are also, you know, they're releasing the L-Star. That's going to fit in somewhere into the equation. But, yeah, no, Season 2, it starts July 2nd, and beyond the changes mentioned here, the weapon team still has a few more tweaks up their sleeves for Season 2, so when the patch notes come out, we'll be able to go through that and see what all is in store for Season 2. Now, that's pretty much all the information for that, but I wanna talk a little bit about Apex Legends. Now, I know a lot of people say that a lot of people have been saying that Apex Legends is dying, and I know that it did have a rough start, you know, with 25 million people playing this game of the launch day. They weren't expecting that, and a lot of people thought that the Season 1 Battle Pass was a little lackluster, but with everything that's coming out, you know, they're having a new character come out. Watson's going to be coming out for Season 2, probably hopefully on launch day. You can get them on Season 2. I'm excited to try her out, but it's it just feels really, really good to play Apex Legends, and I'm having a good time with it. I know a lot of people are saying that this game is dying, and I don't think that Apex Legends is dying. I think that it's going strong, and they weren't ready for the game that they had created, and you know, not being ready for that kind of traffic and that kind of flow. It's hard. It's hard for them to think about what's going to be happening for the near future. Now, a lot of people thought that with it being a rough launch and how it is, they're saying that Apex Legends is dying. You know, it's on its last leg. The season pass was trash and all this stuff. And you know, give them a break. They could be like a lot of different studios that just work their people to death, and Respawn is doing everything that they can to pretty much make sure that their people are being treated well, and you know, I gotta commend them for that. There's not a lot of companies that are taking that kind of stance nowadays. I know Nintendo is a big one, which is why I'm a pretty big Nintendo supporter. You know, they're all about the family, all about wellness. Look at Pokemon Sleep is coming out. You know, they want people to sleep. But it's just it's really good to see the gaming community come together with this season pass, because it seems like a lot of people are excited for season 2, much like myself. Now, that being said, there's not really much more I want to talk about for Apex Legends. You know, there's not really much more that you can say. You know, season 2 hasn't came out yet. I'm real stoked for it, and I'm real happy that I get to release content for you guys for Apex Legends. You know, a lot of the videos that I do for Apex Legends, they've gotten received pretty well, and that makes me happy. It makes me very happy. It makes me happy to play a game that I really enjoy and also make content for the channel that is somewhat well received, you know. And every like and every subscribe helps, and I know that a lot of YouTubers say like, hey, rate, share, and subscribe, but for us, you know, we're just starting out, and it would mean a lot for a rate, share, subscribe, you know, tell people about us. If you enjoy the sound of our voice, we have a podcast. It is the Great Lakes Gaming Podcast. You can find that at litmitmedia.fireside.fm. I know that we have a handful, probably like, I think around like 30 of the podcasts, the earlier ones, uploaded to our YouTube. So if you want to, you can check them out to see what we're all about. That being said, my name is Nicholas Cartier, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this gameplay. Peace.
Hostile spotted.
Ring's not too far.
Throwing Arc Star. Arc Star sent.
Opening fire. We're close to the ring.
Throwing Arc Star. I'm taking fire.
Setting a portal.
Reloading.
You're being aimed at. They spotted me. I'm taking shots.
Damage upon me. Recharging my shield. Taking a rest.
Beginning ring countdown. They might have seen me. They spotted me. Firing. Enemy down.
I have spotted. Contact with
Enemy down. Reloading. One second. Getting shot at. Patching myself up. 1 minute. Ring's not far.
Making contact with enemy.
Taking damage. This won't hurt. Hold on. Ring's not too far.
I don't concern
tried.
myself with the ambitions of insects.